Welcome to MHS Game Time, our NFL recap. I'm Neal.
And I'm Thacker.
To kick off Week 8 of the NFL season on Thursday Night Football, the Minnesota Vikings and the Los Angeles Rams went head-to-head at SoFi Stadium.
The Vikings were ranked number 1 in the nation 2 weeks ago before taking a loss to the Detroit Lions. They go into LA with a 5-1 record.
Los Angeles has had an up-and-down season so far, with their record being 2-4 and being at the bottom of their division.
For the Vikings, Sam Darnold has had a good season so far, taking over the starting job after J.J. McCarthy went out with a season-ending injury during the preseason. Darnold threw for 240 yards and 2 touchdowns, giving Justin Jefferson 8 catches for 115 yards. Los Angeles also had a great offensive performance with Matthew Stafford throwing for 279 yards with 4 touchdowns.
The Vikings couldn't keep up with the Rams and ended up losing the game 30-20. The Vikings moved to third in their division, with the Rams staying at the bottom of theirs.
Moving on to the Colts game, which was played at NRG Stadium on Sunday, home of the Houston Texans, the Colts came in at 4-3, while the Texans came in at 5-2.
Colts QB Anthony Richardson didn't have a good game, going 2 for 12 after the first half and finishing the game 10 for 32 and only throwing for 175 yards and 1 touchdown.
The Texans had a good day of offense, with C.J. Stroud throwing for 285 yards and 1 touchdown. Joe Mixon rushed for 102 yards with 1 touchdown to bring the Texans with them winning 23-20.
The San Francisco 49ers and the Dallas Cowboys met up in their rivalry game at Levi Stadium.
The 49ers haven't been off to the best start, being 3-4 this season. The Dallas Cowboys have a better record, being 3-3 coming into the game.
San Francisco has had injuries this season, losing wide receiver Brandon Ayuk with an ACL tear the week before. San Francisco got the win against the Cowboys 30-24.
Before we take a look at next week's games, here are some scores around the NFL.
Chiefs beat the Raiders in a division game 27-20 at Allegiant Stadium.
The Packers win 30-27 over the Jaguars.
The Browns beat the Ravens 29-24 in an upset.
Arizona Cardinals beat the Dolphins 28-27.
Detroit Lions win 54-14 against the Titans.
The Commanders beat the Bears 18-15.
Buffalo Bills beat the Seahawks 31-10.
The Steelers and the Giants met in primetime on Monday night, ending this week's matchups with the Steelers winning 26-18.
Kicking off Week 9, the Houston Texans will try to extend their lead in the AFC South race in MetLife Stadium against the New York Jets on Thursday Night Football.
Sunday night, Anthony Richardson and the Colts will look to bounce back after last week's loss, taking on Sam Darnold and the Vikings.
Closing out Week 9, Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers will try to hand Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs their first loss of the season.
That's all the time we have for today.
The rest of Week 9 schedule can be found on NFL.com.